All right, I wanted to get you seniors together tonight. I figured we'd get you guys together individually, and then we'll bring you all in together. But go ahead and tell us who you are, man. I know who you are, but tell the world who you are.
I'm Mason Hernandez. I'm number 4, and I play tailback.
Man, you've had a pretty good year, man. You've done a lot of rushing.
Yeah, I try my best.
How has your year been? How would you describe it? I mean, I know there's been a lot of ups and downs, but overall, how would you feel personally?
It's been a fun year. It's been fun getting with a lot of these young guys, getting them up there, getting them ready to play varsity football. So it's been fun playing with all these guys.
And this is the first year that you've ever stepped into that tailback position where you're, running the single wing, you're throwing and running the ball.
Right.
So has that been kind of a little bit of an adjustment?
Oh yeah, it's been hard, but I'm an athlete, so I try my best to do whatever the coach asks me to do.
Yeah, that's the right attitude. That's a great attitude, man. And I'll tell you what, you threw the ball really well. Had never thrown the ball before or played quarterback, and stepping into that position and running and throwing, I thought you did excellent, man. You ought to be proud of yourself for that. And it looked like you were really starting to get in the groove out there, finding the flow.
Yeah, I mean, as time goes on, I definitely picked it up, gotten better and better with Coach Moser helping me. Even Coach Stephan gets in there and helps me, tells me to get a little bit more depth so I can come down, throwing the ball a little bit better.
Awesome. So what do you think has been your most memorable thing this season?
Beating Colby. Beating Colby was real fun. I haven't beat Colby all my high school career, so it was fun beating our rival.
Did you have any particular personal goals you wanted to achieve this year?
I wanted to beat Norton. Really wanted to beat Norton because last year we fell short in triple overtime, and this year we took him to overtime again, but we pulled it out this time.
That's awesome, man. Now, what about after high school? Do you have any plans? Are you going to keep playing? You going to go play college ball?
Yeah, that's my plan.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about your feelings for Andale tomorrow. Like what's going on up there in your mind, man?
Of course, Andale, they're a great team. They have been a great team, but I've been telling the guys all week, we're not just going to go there and lay down. We're not going to go there and just back down to them. So we're going to go out there, get all that we can, and see what we can do.
That's awesome, man. Really cool. So is there anything else you want to say, man? Anybody you want to thank or mention out there or give a shout out to? You got some girlfriend or something you want to give out?
Nah, I just want to thank my mom. My mom for doing everything for me all the time.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, moms are good like that, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right on, man. Well, we'll get you. If you got anything else to say when we get your crew back in here, I appreciate you taking the time, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Mason.
Yep.
All right, man. Who do we got here? I know you, but tell the world who you are.
I'm Harrison Ben, number 65 for the Goodland Cowboys.
And what position you play?
I play strong guard and defensive end, and this week I'm playing defensive tackle.
Awesome. So how does it feel to be at your senior year? You're getting ready to go into playoffs and playing the number 1 team in the state, Andale. But even more than that, how does it feel to be a senior and your football career or season's coming to an end, and after this, unless you go on and play college ball, you'll never wear a Goodland Cowboy jersey again?
I mean, it's pretty crazy how fast it all went. I mean, not too long ago, I was just a freshman kind of watching, scared on the sideline, and now I'm pretty much playing the whole time. But I mean, it's crazy that we're playing the number 1 team in the state. I was not thinking that's how the season was going to go, but even though they're really good, it feels good playing a game that matters versus last year. We just went to Council Grove, and I mean, we beat them by a lot, but the whole game was not very serious.
So this game actually has a different feel to you.
A way different feel for sure. Yeah.
That's interesting, man, but that's cool though too.
Yep.
So what kind of feelings do you have going into tomorrow's big game? Like what kind of mental preparation do you find yourself doing?
I don't get super nervous before games. Whether it's a bad opponent or a good opponent, you still gotta fire off, play hard, and keep a good mindset the whole time. So I mean, I don't think about it too much emotionally. I think more like, about what plays we're going to run and how to execute. And I mean, just got to do the best you can no matter what team you have.
That's awesome. Has it been a pretty good year for you overall as far as football goes? Have you had a lot of fun this year? I mean, I know the season necessarily didn't probably go the way you wanted it to, but oftentimes there's a lot of wins within the battle, you know?
Yeah, it feels good to beat Colby, which we haven't done that past 3 years that I played high school football. That was probably one of the biggest highlights of the season, and it's been a good year. There's been some ups and downs, and some games that I wish we could have won, and some things we could have done better. But overall, I think we've moved in a positive direction from last year as a team.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. What are some of your favorite things that you remember in high school? You know, football coming up. It just I mean, you know, when you're a freshman, it just seems like it was yesterday, right? Now all of a sudden you're a senior.
Yeah, well, as far as that goes, my first real memory of playing varsity football is we went to Beloit and I was on kick return and kicked the ball right to me. I was a sophomore, and I mean, I caught the thing and kneeled. We didn't win that game, but I mean, I did my one play and I executed right, and that felt pretty good.
That was kind of like just that wow moment, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is real.
Yeah, my eyes got pretty wide there.
That's awesome. Well, is there anybody you want to thank or give a shout out to, or anything you want to mention?
I want to give a shout out to my teammate Rhett Eyrig, who's a sophomore. We went really hard in the weight room this summer, and we pushed each other in practice, and I think it's helped both of us get better strength-wise and with football skills. And I also want to thank my coach, Jordan Mosier. He came in our junior year last year, and completely different offense, and I feel like just the team culture is a lot better under him. And I also want to thank Coach Steffen, who gave me the chance to play special teams my sophomore year and get me really started in varsity.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get all you seniors together, so if you want to say anything else, you're going to get another opportunity. But that's been really good business with you, man.
Yep.
Really good. Thanks a lot.
Yep, thank you.
All right, tell the world who you are, man.
I'm Angel Lazo, and I play for Cowboy football.
And what number are you?
58.
And you're one of the seniors.
Yeah.
How's your year been, man? Tell us a little bit about you and things that you've enjoyed, things you've learned, just whatever you want to say, man.
Well, this is my first year playing center, and towards the beginning of the year I had some struggles with it because I couldn't really get a consistent snap. I think I've gotten better on it though. Yeah. It's kind of fun, but my funnest position this year.
How's it feel to be a senior and putting on that Cowboy jersey is winding down, and before you know it, your football season is over? What kind of feelings are going through your head with that?
It went by pretty fast. I could still remember when I was a freshman, sophomore. It's just going by pretty fast.
It goes by quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what kind of mental preparation are you doing for tomorrow? Like, what do you have, like a routine that you go through?
Not really, just kind of focus throughout the day.
So are you pretty pumped about playing Andale?
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting that going up against the #1 team.
Yeah. It's kind of scary, but
yeah. Well, just remember, man, just go out there and leave it all on the field, man.
Yeah.
Just play your butt off. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to or thank or anything else you want to say?
Just my coaches for keeping me accountable and stuff like that.
Coaches are pretty special when it comes to that kind of stuff, you know. There's a lot of life lessons learned. I mean, you know, you're at school the majority of the day and you're with your coaches a lot, and you know, there's just a lot to be learned through sports and your coaching staff. You got anything else, Angel?
Nope.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot, Angel.
Thank you.
All right, tell us who you are, man. The world wants to know. Who is this cat?
I'm Gentry Deeds.
Better known as Gus, right?
Yeah, I play H-back and safety.
Awesome. And you're a senior this year?
Yep.
So what kind of feelings are going through your mind, man? That when you were a freshman, it didn't seem like much, but all of a sudden now time just flew by. You're a senior now. That jersey isn't going to go back on. You're going to be done with high school football. How does that feel?
Pretty sad, but I did cherish all the moments I had all the way throughout high school from my freshman year to my senior year.
Very cool. Very cool. And tomorrow the big game in Andale, huh?
Yep.
Now you're injured. You have a knee injury, right?
Yeah. So I won't be playing. My last game was against Scott City.
Tell us a little bit about when that happened, when that injury occurred.
It was late in the fourth quarter, and one of our teammates got shoved and went in my leg and snapped in, and then partially tore my MCL.
And what game was that?
Scott City.
Okay. That's probably been pretty tough not to be out there with your bros, huh? Playing?
Yeah. I missed the last 2 games, or going to be 2 games.
Well, your energy on the sidelines, man, is there's a lot to be said for that too. Mm-hmm. Carrying that energy and supporting your teammates is a big deal. What else you got to say, Gus?
That
you got anybody anybody you want to thank out there? You got a girlfriend out there somewhere you want to throw a tag to?
No.
Well, you drive a cool Jeep, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's pretty fun driving that.
So, anybody you want to give a shout out to or say hello to, thank you, or anything like that? Anybody you want to?
My mom and my dad for coming to every sports event I've had.
That's cool. Parents are cool like that. They travel all over the country for us, don't they?
Yep.
That's awesome. Any memorable moments that you really stand out to you with your teammates or anything?
My favorite one was definitely my sophomore year against Smoky Valley. We scored with no time left, and it went in overtime. But we lost that game. But it was all those emotions and everything on the sideline was one of the funnest times I've had.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Got anything else, Gus?
No, I think that's it.
All right, man. Thanks for your time, bud.
Yep.
All right. Tell us who you are, man. The world wants to know.
I'm Maverick Spresser. I play linebacker and tight end.
What number are you out there on the field?
Number 10.
Awesome. And how many seniors is there on the team?
There's 7.
7, and you're a senior?
Yep.
So, man, you're a senior. You probably played football since you were little, right?
Yes, I have.
And then now all of a sudden it just flew by. You're a senior. You're getting ready to go up against the number 1 team tomorrow, and your Cowboy football is winding down. Is it kind of trippy?
It's a little scary. I'm not really ready for it to end.
Yeah.
So.
It's really kind of hard to process, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't really remember processing it until after it was already done.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you, in hindsight, go out there and leave it all out there on the field tomorrow. Just play your freaking ass off, man.
That's the plan.
Don't have any doubts in your mind at all. Don't even worry about the score. Just go out there and just pound away, all night long. But yeah, it's hard to process being a senior and the Cowboys football jersey and the Friday night lights. All of a sudden now it's a memory, right? Mm-hmm. Now, do you plan on playing after high school?
I'm gonna try to get recruited. I have a few schools in mind to go play for.
Awesome. So what are some of your memorable moments in high school football, or maybe some favorite moments with your bros?
I'd have to think back to our sophomore year when COVID was still going around, and we had knocked our whole coaching staff out with COVID. So we had a bunch of, we had our AD in there and our junior high coach coaching us, and we went out there and we beat a 5A school, and that was pretty memorable. And then this year when we came back and beat Norton in overtime, that was pretty memorable.
That's cool, man. So who do you run around with primarily? Who's your best bro?
Depends on the day. Sometimes it's with Kyan or with Jared and Logan.
It kind of goes like that, doesn't it? Yeah, it depends what kind of energy you're looking for.
Yep.
So anybody you want to thank or give a shout out to, or anything you want to throw out there? Girlfriend?
I'd like to shout out the coaches. They put in a lot of effort and hard work for us, and I appreciate them a lot. You know, the guys, they've been working hard. They worked hard this summer. Yeah, we may have not had the best record, but hey, we made the playoffs. That's all that matters.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know, that's really good. You mentioned the coaches and all the effort. You know, the coaches are just like you guys, the players, right? I mean, they want to win just as bad too, and you know, they're there through the whole process. And you know, I remember personally, I still carry some of the things I learned from my coaches, you know, into adult life.
And see, that's their goal. They want to make us better men. That's one of their big goals, is to do that.
That's awesome, man. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to or anything?
Nope.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, dude. Nice talking to you. All right, man. Who do we got here, man? Everybody, the world wants to know. The World Wide Web, YouTube land.
I'm Kyan Ensign.
Kyan, tell us. You're a senior. You're one of the seniors. And what position you play? What number are you?
I'm number 2, and I play middle linebacker and running back.
Awesome. How does it feel being a senior, man, knowing that Cowboy jersey is, your football is just about over for your high school career?
I'm kind of scared. I mean, I've played football since 3rd grade, so like I feel like without it, it's gonna be like an empty spot in my heart that I'm gonna have. So
it really is like that. It's really kind of really weird and kind of really hard to process, you know. And I think that's why it's so important when you go down to Andale tomorrow to forget about the scoreboard and just play your ass off. Just leave it all out there. Be a beast. Connect with your buddies, you know, your brothers out there on the field, and just play hard, because it's just over so quick, you know. And it sucks to think that you didn't leave it all out there, right?
yeah,
I've had those feelings, and that sucks.
yeah. My goal for tomorrow is really just give it all that I have and know that I left everything on the line for my last game. So.
What kind of mental preparation do you typically go through before a game? You got like anything you do in particular, or just kind of?
I just kind of go with the flow.
Just go with the flow?
Mainly just put my music in and just try to lock in and try to think that I'm the biggest dude out there, even though I know I'm one of the smallest ones. So.
Hey man, you know what? Look at the lion, man. He ain't the biggest guy in the jungle either, but
yeah,
he's the most feared.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to think I'm a lot bigger than what I am, so that's why I like middle linebacker, because I get to hit a lot more people than they hit me. So
that's awesome. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thank, or you know, a long lost girlfriend out there just wondering what Kyan Ensign's doing in the world or anything?
Yeah, I just want to thank my brother. I grew up watching him all the time, and so I just kind of like picked up little tips and tricks and stuff that he kind of did, because he was like me. He's one of the smaller guys, and that's where I got the big man mentality. I just watched him, and yeah, so just my brother pretty much.
Right on. Well, thanks a lot for your time, man.
Yep.
Go kick some butt tomorrow, dude.
I'll try.
Yeah, so pretty much like I think we're right in tomorrow. So watch us play. Yeah. And then after we play.
Wait, ready to see if I have it.
You want to see one?
This is a fish I caught.
That's some bitchin' hair, dude.
Yeah.
Is that a design?
Yeah.
Or is that a scar?
That's a design.
What does it stand for?
Okay.
It stands for I'm one bad dog.
Yeah.
Twan, how's it going, dude?
Going good.
You ready for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Awesome. How you doing?
Good.
All right, I got the seniors here, Goodland Cowboy football. So So how's it feel, fellas? You started when you were playing football when you were young. It's just about over. It's kind of trippy, isn't it?
Yep. It's weird. Been playing with these guys since we were about 3rd, 4th grade, so it's just a little bit different, you know, having this last one come up. So
it is wild. It's just a different experience. It's hard to kind of put your finger on, huh?
Yeah.
What about the rest of you? How you guys? How does this whole experience feel?
It's kind of shocking. I mean, like you said, we've been playing together since 3rd grade, and the last one, it's just like breathtaking. You're not really ready for it to be over. So.
Do you guys feel like that you realizing you're going into a playoff game against the best team in the state? Do you feel like you guys, your mental energy is a little bit different being seniors? Like, you're like, okay, this is it. You know, you guys are brothers together. You're out there on the field together. You bleed together. Do you feel like you guys, this is going to be a different experience than say, a different game?
Yeah, for sure, because this one, it could be our last one, so I feel like we're all going to play a lot harder than we have, because the last ones we knew we had another game, so.
Yeah. How about you, man?
You know, we've all told everyone that we just want to go out there and we want to leave it all out on the field, you know, give it one last ride.
That's it. How about you?
For me, it's just another game. Gotta go into it, go into every game, thinking the same thing, play as hard as you can, and what happens, happens.
That's it. I wouldn't be worrying about the scoreboard. What I'd be worrying about is you leaving it all out there on the field. I'd be more worried about, I wouldn't even pay attention to the scoreboard. I'd pay more attention to executing your assignments. You know, playing the hardest you've ever played. Like it's the last time you will ever play the game of football. Anybody else got to say anything? You guys are kind of getting in the mode, ain't you? You're kind of starting to feel it. When you go out there tomorrow, a team like that, you're going to smell it. Football is animalistic. You're going to smell it, and you need to move into that mode too. You need to move into that battle-ready mode, right? Because it is like a bunch of animals out there, right? You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the energy. You guys need to carry that energy together too. If I can get if I get you coaches in here with these seniors. So, Coach Mosier,
Yep.
This is your senior group right here, and all the coaching staff. It's kind of these are always kind of special moments, aren't
Yeah,
they?
most definitely. You know, it's every senior group has its own kind of its own attitude, kind of its own aura about themselves, and so that's the thing that's fun. You know, when you're a coach, is you get to experience that. You know, year after year, on okay, what's this new group going to bring, and you know, what are some things that we're going to be able to do, and that they're going to help us to do. And you know, we talk about with our senior groups, regardless of the year, is you know their main goal and the main thing we want them to push for is to leave the program better than what they found it in whatever state they found it in. So, I said if they can do that, I said, and every senior group can do that, where it's going to be something pretty special in the future.
That's cool. That's actually a really good point Coach brings up, that probably every senior group is wired a different way. And you got different characters on the team, right? You know, you're all wired uniquely. So I bet as a coach, like you're saying, that you identify that.
Yeah, most definitely. Identify and then be able to adapt to our strengths, for sure.
Yep. And as you players too, right? Each one of these coaches in here brings something different, right? Different energy, different attitude, different style, which makes it fun. It's all a learning experience. So, what do you guys got to say about these coaches?
My boy Casey. Coach Stramel. I've known Coach Stramel for a long time, so it's fun to have him be a coach with us this year. So
That's awesome.
this is Coach Stephan. Coach Stephan has been my PE coach since like 7th grade. No. This is my good friend right here.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Coach Hobson. Oh no. Defensive coordinator. He's got tricks. He's got everything. He'll pull a sock out of his sleeve if you want to. He knows everything. He's got the defense on lock. This is Coach Mosier. We get better every day in the weight room with this guy. Not only he makes us better on the football field, we pump iron in the weight room, and he's the guy that gets us bigger, stronger, and faster.
Awesome. It's awesome. I dig that. I dig that. What about the rest of you cats? This is your senior year, man. This is about having fun together and enjoying this together, man. Hobson, you got anything to say?
You know, I just hope that these guys learn how to be men from us and go on to do great things off the field, because they're a very special bunch.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's special to see a group that you've seen grow up since they were 4 or 5 years old, grow into who they are now, and hopefully they continue to surprise everybody and live up to expectations and become great men as well. Shoot, I remember when Gentry must have been about 4. He's at a basketball game and this little kid comes over and hugs me. He didn't even know who I was, but he knew I was a coach. And you must have been 4 or 5, I think, first year here. So that's seeing him grow up and go through ups and downs and everything else is pretty special.
That's cool, guys. Very cool.
I'll go with kind of what Mason said. I've known these guys since they were itty bitty. I played with Mason's brother, Gentry's brother, Kyan's brother, Maverick's cousin, Angel's brother. So I've seen all these guys grow up forever. Harrison, sorry, man. But I've seen them grow up for a long time, so it's fun to coach them, fun to grow with them. It's my first year as a coach, so it's a great opportunity. I've learned just as much as I think they've learned. But I hope they take their lessons on and grow as people just like they did football players this year. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we appreciate you. You guys are with our kids a lot. I'm a parent, and we appreciate you guys very much. Anybody else got anything to say? So how's everybody feeling tonight? We got the Goodland Cowboys here. How you guys feeling?
Pretty good.
Are you guys ready to play tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
You better be. No negative talk, man. No negative talk. Who's all, raise your hand if you're a senior. You guys all start, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The rest of you, raise your hand. You're all starters?
No. Raise your hand if you're a starter.
Tell us a little bit about you. Tell us who you are, what your number is. Tell us a little bit about you.
My name's Red I got number 55, and I play outside tackle and strong side DN.
And what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
What are your goals tomorrow?
Just be competitive with them.
Awesome. Anything to say to these guys?
Nope.
Who else is starting tomorrow?
I'm Shane Goodwin. I play wing back and corner. I'm number 8.
Yeah, what grade you in?
I'm a freshman.
What's your plan tomorrow?
To execute and see what we can do.
Who else is starting tomorrow?
I'm Blair Lennon, 54. I'm starting weak side D tackle and then starting quick guard on the offensive side.
And you're a sophomore?
Yes, sir.
Who else? Who else is starting tomorrow?
Gavin does.
Gavin? Tell us who you are, man. What grade you in?
I'm Gavin Price. I'm a freshman. And I sometimes sub in for blocking back. And I start special teams.
That's cool. Anybody else starting tomorrow?
I'm Ty Ketter. I'm a sophomore. I'm number 13. I play a lot of special teams, and yeah. And my plan tomorrow is to go and surprise Kansas.
Who else is playing tomorrow?
Omar Hernandez. I'm a freshman. I'm number 20, and I'm backup for kick return, and kickoff, and punt.
Like Coach Mosier says, all you guys that aren't seniors tomorrow that are starting, you're underclassmen, forget about what grade you're in. You're a varsity player tomorrow. act like it and play like it. And take it serious tonight. Get a good night's sleep and think about it tomorrow. Play as a team tomorrow with your brothers. And leave it all out there, man. Leave it all out there. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to do this with me. And thank you to all the coaching staff for dealing with our kids. I know sometimes they can be little pains in the butts. And you guys deal with a lot of crap. But Goodland Cowboys, go down there tomorrow and have fun. Have fun together.
Go Cowboys.
Anybody got anything to say?
Go Cowboys. Shock the nation.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for your time. Tell us who you are.
LJ Purvis.
You starting tomorrow?
Yeah.
What grade you in?
Junior.
You got what are your plans tomorrow, man?
As football wise?
Yeah.
Just tear some shit up.
There you go, buddy. There you go. How about you, cool cat?
I'm Isaiah Gonzalez.
You got more style flowing out of you than anybody, bro.
Yeah.